Good morning, everybody. This is Miss V, hyperthetically speaking gardener, sharing the last video of June 2023. I'm going to go as fast as I can, and I'm going to introduce you to the garden. I want to show you what's growing, what died back, what got too much sun, what haven't popped up, what haven't germinated, and enjoy the view, enjoy the scenery. Enjoying my growing process. So if anybody that's growing, decided to grow, want to grow, thinking about growing, it's never too late, never too old, never too young. There's no class, no credit score needed, no amount of money that's needed to put a seed in a pot or the dirt. Take a leap of faith and watch it grow. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. This is Miss V again on Hyperthetically Speaking Gardener. So I want to introduce you to this garden right here. This garden is named after my father. His name is Alex. So welcome to the Alex Garden. In the Alex Garden, we have plenty of herbs. We have some peas that died back. We have some kale that died back, never came up. We have some spinach that died back, it's too much heat. Got some collard greens growing in the pot. And in the Alex Garden, we got green beans in the pots growing. And we got a whole bunch of herbs. Spearmint, peppermint, sage, oregano, basil, rue, and thyme growing in the Alex Garden. And I want to welcome you all to Benita's garden. This garden around my porch is named after my mom, all around the porch. And in Benita's garden, we got a whole bunch of herbs that's growing in the Benita gardens. We got some onions that's growing right there. Also, next to the Benita gardens, if you want to think about fertilizing your plants, keep your bananas on. Only you can put it in your compost section, but you all can keep it in a bucket of water and let the bananas break down like you let the tea break down. You can do tea, bananas, coffee, eggshells, but you can feed it to your plant. So we're going to feed the plant some potassium, and we're going to keep the bananas in the water. Also have some in my compost, but we're going to let the plants enjoy the banana water. And Benita Gardens wraps all around the porch. Also, I want to introduce you all to my orchard. And my orchard is named after my mom. Again, her name is Benita. This is the Benita orchard. And in the Benita orchard, we have a muscadine grape. We have a yellow apple tree, yellow delicious. We have a plum tree. We have a pear tree. We also have a pomegranate tree. We have a banana tree. I'm going to get another plum tree. And we have a red golden Arkansas apple tree in the Benita garden. Also, I want to introduce you all to the garden I named after my grandfathers. This garden is called the Clarence and Johnell Gardens. I have two grandfathers, so I named this garden after my grandfathers. And this is the Clarence and the Johnell Gardens. And in the Clarence Johnell Gardens, you'll find your sweet potatoes. You'll find a cabbage patch that's going to go in. You'll find beautiful flowers. You'll find a blueberry tree in the Clarence Gardens. Johnell, and you'll find some blackberries. You'll find your honeydew melon and cantaloupe. You'll find your okra, and you'll find your watermelon, your peppers, and your tea tree. Also in the Clarence and Johnell Gardens, we got some blackberries that's ready. Those that's black is eatable. Those that's red that's not. So I want to welcome you all to this garden. This garden that I'm going to show you right now. This garden is named after my sister. Her name is Dawn. And she's in heaven. And so this Dawn's island, everything that you see right in front is in Dawn's island. So in Dawn's island we have broccoli. We have Brussels sprouts. And we have yummy, yummy. Look at that cauliflower. My daughter and me, we put the rubber band on it, and you see we took it off just to show you the video how big these cauliflowers are. And this all is growing in the Don's garden. Some of that broccoli went to seed. I need to come and cut that. It's more broccoli, and broccoli I need to come and cut. Also in the Don's Island, we got cucumbers growing in Don's Island. Beautiful cucumbers. And they're eventually going to trellis up these tassels. Here is a baby cucumber. Baby, you all can see the baby cucumber. Baby. There's another baby cucumber. Baby that I saw back here. And another cucumber baby. But all of this is in Don's Island. Also is in Don's Island, forgive my neighbor from honking the horn. It's a whole bunch of fruit. We got the papaya, we got oranges, grapefruits, apricots, strawberries, tangerines. Don's Island also got more fruit growing up the island. She got peaches, oranges, lemon, lime, another pomegranate, papaya, and guava is running up Don's Island. And those mangoes are not ready, but that is a part of Don's Island. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I want to welcome you to garden number 5. This is garden number 5. This garden is named after both of my grandmothers, and their name is the Florence and the Viola Gardens. And what you will find in the Florence and the Viola Gardens, after my grandmother's, you'll find lemon, you'll find green beans, you'll find jalapenos, tomatoes, and you'll find a whole bunch of grapes. And just waiting on Mother Nature to do its thing. But in the Viola in the Florence garden, everything is flourishing and everything is beautiful. And of course, the birds seem to like all of this greenery. So behind Don's Island, I named this garden after me and my kids. And this garden that's right here in front of the pavers, behind the pavers, this is the Van and Haley Gardens. So in the Van and Haley Gardens, we have muscadine grapes, we got turmeric ginger, and we have a whole bunch of herbs and onions. And we have a cabbage patch in back in the Van and Haley Gardens. Yesterday I started mulching because in the pumpkin patch, which I'm here to walk you to, we have some pumpkins growing, and I want the pumpkins to sit on this mulch. I saw a neighbor cutting a tree down, and I decided to ask, can I get some mulch? I didn't know it was going to give me mulch with greenery in it, so I decided to put it over here, and I'm going to put it on the playground. But I'm going to walk you to the pumpkin in the Van and Haley's garden. So we're going to mulch this so the pumpkins can have something to sit on. But look at the beautiful pumpkin, 2023. Beautiful pumpkin. Got our first pumpkin, 2023. And I believe I saw another one over here yesterday. Let me find it. Pumpkin number 2. And then we have a bee. He's doing this thing. He's pollinating. That's what gets your food going. So we have pumpkins growing in the Van and Haley garden. Look at that beautiful pumpkin. My grandkids gonna love this. I'll say, follow me, follow me, follow me. So let me introduce you to another garden. Couldn't make a garden without naming a garden after myself. And I love flowers inside and outside. So this garden I named after myself by my grandkids' playground. This garden is named after me. And this garden is called the Valencia's Garden. And in the Valencia's Garden, it is so beautiful, the whole yard. But it is a whole bunch of herbs. We got raspberries, we got 2 blueberries, and we got a whole bunch of herbs in Valencia's garden. And I love it, and onions. Also in front of the Valencia's garden, you have all your brassicas down there that you can imagine, from lettuce to kale to Brussels sprouts, to not cabbage, I apologize, to cauliflower, to lettuce, to bell peppers, to eggplants, you name it, some peas, some lavenders down there. I stuck a pretty flower right there. And in front of the Valencia's garden, you got some red beans that I started from scratch, black beans, black-eyed peas, black beans, and I'm going to turn that into the pinto or the white beans and put another one for the white beans and just make that the pinto. And you also got strawberries in the Valencia's garden. And it's so beautiful, you all. I love it. I love it. I love looking at the window and coming out here. It's so pretty. So follow me. And this last garden in the backyard, before I take you in the front yard, this garden is named also after my grandmother's. This garden is called the Florence and the Viola's Gardens. I love their name so much. So of course, I did two sections because I just love the name. And so both sides of the fence, it's named after both of my grandmothers. And this is the Florence and the Viola Gardens. And in the Florence and Viola Gardens, ladies and gentlemen, you'll find your collard greens, you'll find your peppermint, your sweet mint, you'll find another patch of collard greens, you'll find your carrots, your rosemary, and your lavender. You'll find your strawberry patch, you'll find your new potatoes and brown potatoes, you'll find your sweet potatoes, you'll find you some asparagus, some okra in the pot, starting some cashew and almond and peanuts by scratch. You'll find a daisy back there that needs to be in the pot. I did a ground down there with berries in it in the ground. I got some purple flowers that needs to be in the pot. Just set it down on some pavers. But also in the Florence and the Viola Gardens, I planted a lemonade berry tree right here. Get close. Everything behind these bricks is a plant, represent a plant in case someone cut my grass. Everything behind the bricks, again, this is a blueberry. And in front of that brick, that is a banana tree from last year. Banana that came out the ground. Also in the Florence and the Viola Gardens, these are the berries I was talking to you about. That this is going to be a big old berry bush. And it's going to give me a fence barrier. So I'm looking forward to the berries growing nice and beautiful out the ground. So you will find all those good items in the Florence and the Viola Gardens. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. I started a homemade sprinkler system for my grandkids yesterday. I put a tarp. You see the water. You see the sprinkler right there. And they had a ball out here playing in the water. I'm going to take you to my front yard and introduce you to this garden. And this garden in the front yard, ladies and gentlemen, I named it after my children and me. So this garden is whole front yard is dedicated to me and my kids. And this garden is called the Van and Haley Gardens. And in the Van and Haley Gardens, you got your cherry tree, you got your elephant ears, you got some strawberries inserted on the ground. You got your peppermint, you got your strawberries that's trying to grow. Look how beautiful this is. Also in the Van and Haley's Gardens, you got your lemon balm and more strawberries trying to grow. Got your elephant ears. You got your strawberries that's trying to grow. And the birds dropped another seed and dropped it, dug in my pot and dropped another seed here. Also in the Van and Haley's Gardens, let me back up. Never thought this would come up, took forever. But you got your banana tree right here that's growing in the Van and Haley Gardens. This is my banana tree that I put in the ground 2022. And I planted it right here, believe it or not, but it took off right here. But it's coming up and I'm so happy. There's another banana tree. It's taking its precious time coming up that I planted 2022. Got another banana tree right here just growing that I bought this at the store this year, 2023. And you got another banana tree just taking its precious time trying to come up that I bought last year. And then that was a banana tree because I like bananas, and I decided to put a lavender in here. So this is a lavender. And you can see it blossom. In the Van and Haley Gardens, I decided to do a front yard garden bed. In this front yard garden bed, I got blueberries that's sitting next to here. And we have a blueberry on it right here. Haven't inserted the vegetables in here yet, but I got some pollinators in here. I got some amaranth in here. Some people call it red spinach. Got some flowers, and these are marigolds. And if I back up, you all can see I finally doubled the bricks. Also in front of the Van and Haley Gardens, I decided to put a daisy here so we can have some pollinators if I decide to whatever put in here. We have some more pollinators besides the marigold. I talked about that mulch I got. I got that mulch. I'm going to put all around the playground and the pumpkin patch. Alright. And this is free, so you can go to your local state and see who's delivering free mulch, or find somebody that's cutting a tree down and ask them if they can drop the mulch off at your house. Alright. This is my corn patch. It's not pretty. I just stuck the little gate thing you see around there. Got to jazz it up, or I got another one in my garage, 3 that I haven't opened yet. It's taller, but the chipmunks came here and devoured my corn, so I stuck that on there and tried to fight back. But each row, I believe the longest rows, I think I did 10 or 12 corns, and the short row I did 6. And you see they took down my corn, but we also have some corn coming up. If you could see the corn, we got 6 corns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 growing. And they took my corn down here, and it's trying to grow back. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 that's surviving, and 3 from last year that's still in here. Same scenario. 1, oh, they took my corn apart. 2, this is a corn from last year. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And eventually, I got some corn seeding on my back porch. If the seeds don't come up that I planted, I will insert that. So I do have a backup plan. And this was my corn patch last year, and this will be my corn patch again. I got some potatoes that's going in the front. I just come and take these off and watch everything grow back. Also in the Van and Haley Gardens, you will find your orange tree, you will find your sage, your lavender, you will find your lemon tree. I'm going to do another plant here, herb. You'll find your thyme, and you'll find your rosemary. Also, in the Van and Haley Gardens in the front yard, I want to show you my surprise. I came back from Oklahoma on the 18th. I went there for my 50th birthday to see Mommy and do her garden. And I came home. I was waiting to do this end in the video because I wanted to show you all sooner. I was so excited, but I did want you all to see how big it got. But this is my first spaghetti squash since I've been gardening. It's my first year buying spaghetti squash. And I was told it'll be ready in 35, 45 days. It got to get bigger. It's going to look like a, what you call that? Oh, I have some in the house. Orange, what's that fruit? Almost like a honeydew melon. Just say like a honeydew melon. Cantaloupe size. It'll be big like that. But in this garden, you will find a whole bunch of mixed squashes. I have zucchini. I have yellow crook squash. I have mixed squash. And I have spaghetti squash. So Got 4 different types of squash. Yellow, zucchini, spaghetti squash, and mixed squash that's growing. Decided to put some flowers in here, and found these at Walmart, so I did 2 of the same thing and 1 different. So this eventually, after I mulch this, it'll be nice and pretty, and I'll mulch that today. And I see another spaghetti squash that we're gonna walk around and kind of see, because this is a light tour. So look how beautiful this is. This is actually bigger than the one on the ground. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So pretty, pretty. Thought I saw one the other day. Let's see, we found another one over here. I believe I saw one the other day. There's one over here somewhere. It'll stick out on me. We'll find it. But that is a nice one. I mulched it, so I see mulched it, kind of hiding. I mulched this yesterday, so it's kind of hard to see until it stopped blowing up on me again. But this is my squash section I wanted to share with you all this morning. Oh, I see it over there. It's a baby, and it's not big enough. That is beautiful. Got squash growing in the front yard. I saw on somebody's page, he said, utilize all 4 sides of your yard. Don't just let your grass and your plants grow. Put some food out. If you want some free groceries, free food, grow it on your yard. He said, if you got property, or you know somebody got property, instead of just letting the plants sit out there and be beautiful, and you can't eat the plants, but you can make some food. So I say, if you put it in your front yard or around your yard, just make it look ornamental, jazz it up so it can look curb appeal. And as long as you don't live in an HOA neighborhood where there's pots or in the ground like me, take a leap of faith and grow some food everywhere around your yard. Here's another one that's growing at the bottom. And you see the bees had to come in here and pollinate that in order for that to grow. Like you saw the bee in the pumpkin, so something's gonna grow over there. And you got some herbs in front. You got your peach trees in the Van and Haley Gardens. Beautiful, beautiful peach. And it's a Georgia peach, even though I live in Georgia. This is a Georgia peach tree, to be exact. So I got some Georgia peaches in Georgia. Here is coming a FedEx truck. Excuse the truck, I apologize. We got more greenery, more greenery, more roses in the red pots. You got your blackberries. My grandson came down here and he mulched. You got your raspberries. You got your blueberries. And I'm gonna put a plant in that. And all of this is growing in my front yard in the Van and Haley Gardens. We got 2 spots right here. Banana trees haven't came up. I don't know what's taking so long, but I pray it don't take too long. My grandson mulched this area yesterday. We got a lavender here. I'm touching it. We got some thyme. When this grows really big, you will see. We put a piece of sage right here. And a lot of herbs don't like sun, so be mindful of that. And I got another rosemary right here. And until you become identified with the plants, when you see them grow around your property or the park or on the side of the road, you will know what they are. Let me take you to the ending of the Van and Haley Gardens where we got the berries growing. We got a beautiful berry bush thing growing up right here, and this is what I'm trying to do in my backyard as well. But this thing is raspberries, completely bush. This bush is blackberries, and you can see the blackberries. And this is a raspberry. And this is a blackberry, and it is a raspberry. And I planted all of these around July, I say August, between August and November 2022. that I put these in the ground. So I'll keep them trimmed. I'm thinking about put a cattle panel, run it straight across here so they have something to lean on. But I'm thinking about doing a cattle panel. But you will have unlimited fruit growing in your backyard. And like I said, I'm trying to do that same image right here. So when it grows, I will have 2 big old things of berries. But this is the view of the yard. So just to love to look out on the playground and look at the Van and Haley gardens on my porch, out my window. Love to look across the fence. My grandmother's garden, I dedicated to them, the Viola Gardens. Everything's just so gorgeous. I love it, love it. The smell back here is sensational. You have to smell it, get you some herbs and food to see what I'm talking about. It is a fragrance that you would not have to buy at the store because it's free. The plants are just bursting out of energy and smells. But I absolutely love gardening. I would encourage anybody just to put something in the ground and watch it grow. It's your personally baby, something that you babied and that growed. But again, you start with a seed, or if you buy the plant, and this is a prosperity. This prosperity is berries after berries after berries. Take a leap of faith and watch it grow. Don't never say what you couldn't do unless you do it. And you can do all things. When I say all things, you can do all things. I want to finish this video out and say, I love you, I love you. Take a leap of faith. Put a seed in the ground. Watch it grow. Watch your harvest grow. Imagine 3 years, 5 years, 2 years, 6 years of planting. Watch how big and immaculate your fruit trees and pots grow. It will blow your mind. So take a leap of faith. Watch it grow. And continue to follow me and watch my garden channel on Hyperthetically Speaking Gardener with Miss V. And just watch the timeline. So you see my stuff grow, you can watch your stuff grow. I love you, and have a blessed day.